Recruiting and retention, two common buzzwords in education. Every school wants to recruit better athletes, more students, and they want to retain their students on the back end. We all know there's an impending enrollment cliff coming just in a few years. We also know that retention rates have dropped significantly due to alternatives or students not feeling connected. So, I have a unique solution for you if you want to improve your retention and your recruitment for your campus. The answer is the student section. So you might be wondering, how does a student section improve retention and recruiting for my school? And that's a great question. And the answer is most student sections don't. Most student sections do not improve recruitment or retention rates because most schools don't have great student sections that students want to be part of. Most student sections are just a section, or students that sit in the section at a football or a basketball game. Or maybe the student section really is just a rewards program or an athletics department trying to incentivize students with free pizza and t-shirts, right? None of those things are going to turn into a movement that actually gets students to want to come to your school to participate in that student section and then stay there through the course of their education journey. So how I know this improves recruitment and retention is I saw it firsthand at GCU, right? I was a part of a student section, or I got to build a student section from scratch. I didn't go to GCU to be part of the student section my freshman year. I just went to every game. But by my senior year, I knew freshmen that came to GCU just to be part of the Havocs. Here's what's cool about a student section. It's one of the only campus entities, if not the only campus entity, where the only thing that you have to have in common to be part of it is to be a student. It also has every student that comes to a game is part of the student section, ideally, right? So now you have broadened your reach on who can be part of it and who can identify as part of the student section, right? I already mentioned, we know an enrollment cliff is coming. We also know that if students don't get plugged into campus within 6 weeks, that they are more likely to drop out or not graduate, right? Especially from your institution, or maybe they transfer. So how do you get students plugged in within the first 6 weeks? How do you make sure they stay their whole course of their career, right? How do you get students to come to your campus when there's other institutions that are offering similar things? Well, it comes down to experience. They have to have unique experience. At the end of the day, you can have the best degree programs, you can have the best classes, you can be in a great location. But what students need is community and connection and camaraderie. They're looking for an experience, right? They talk about the college experience. This is why they go to parties, they go to music festivals, they get involved in clubs. They want to feel the human connection, they want to get plugged in, and they want a fun experience. They want memories that they can look back upon. A lot of people who will watch this video, some of our fondest memories are in high school or college and going to games with our friends and painting up, right? And having a fun college experience. So the only way that you can use a student section to recruit and retain students, and again, I've seen it firsthand on how powerful the experience is, because you expose students to, hey, here's what it's like to be a student at our school. You expose them to the experience. They can picture themselves going to games, getting crazy with students, and like, you know what, this sounds fun. Like, yeah, they might not have my favorite degree program, or, you know, I've got 3 offers, they're all kind of similar, but this, I want to be part of this campus culture. I want to be part of this community, right? And then they get on campus, and then boom, right within welcome week, we've got an event. We're invited into the culture. Everything is well programmed, and now I'm making friends. I'm making a real connection with other students, and I'm having a really fun experience. That's what's so cool about a student section is you make friends. It's a connection. You are going to an event, there's an athletic event going on, right? You actually get to participate and make an impact on the game, and there's tons, hundreds and thousands of students around you, and you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Psychologically, it's an amazing experience. This is why people go so crazy for sports. This is why there are sport fans. But here is the key. You have to have a well built out, systemized student section with an immersive experience. It cannot just be an athletics initiative where you're trying to incentivize and buy students to come to games. They don't care about that stuff. They're going to sniff it out immediately. They're like, I don't really care. But if everyone's going to the game because it's the thing to do, and they are part of the show, and they are participating, that is how you can leverage that experience to recruit students and to retain students. All right, the conversion rates are insane when students go to a college. Two of our client specialists, one went to GCU, one went to Gonzaga. Do you know why they went to those two schools? Because they wanted to be part of the student section experience. All right. But again, 90% of schools around the country have student section experiences that just aren't that exciting, right? Students don't care about it. But there's an elite few that do have a great experience. And let's face it, 18 to 22-year-olds, what do they care about? They want a platform for expression. They want to make friends. They want fun memories. So how do you do this? Well, check out some of our other videos on how to build a brand, right? How to make the experience fun, how to systemize your student section, how to find student leaders. Because there is a process. It doesn't just happen. You have to have a crazy amount of focused time and attention on the student section from both student leaders and staff administrators to create this type of student section experience. Imagine at your campus, the student section packed and rowdy, and everyone's together, everyone's friends, everyone's on the same mission, every single athletic event, and just think through how that might help your school with recruiting and retention. If you are struggling with recruiting or retention, you're struggling with the student section, check out some of the resources below. We have a free guide that you can follow. We'd love to jump on a call with you to see if we can help you build out this type of student section experience. That way you can leverage it to drive recruiting and drive retention. Thanks for watching. Check out some of those other videos.